will I work out this? All right, you said you had to do window capture.
Yes. And I'm not reading any of Fabian's experiences this week.
You said, oh no, you said display capture.
Display capture, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I couldn't get the window or the game capture to work.
Yeah, and you're not breaking up like you were last time.
Yep. It turned out to be basically just a Zoom problem. Make sure that you've caught the audio. It should, if it duplicated correctly, it should be fine. But I usually have that issue of when I change something, Nicole or somebody comes in and says, "Hey, we can't hear Joe or we can't hear Kurt." Oh yeah, there you go. I see us. Except it's a big.
Yeah,
Uh,
I've got to scale it down and mess
yeah,
with it.
and I tonight try to do it like that, just scale it down a little bit. But next week when we have more time, try to do separate, maybe separate. Or okay, go ahead and do the separate now. It's fine. It's fine. You're good. Get my good side, Joe.
Is that possible?
I'm not Terry Wolf. I've been ragging on him so hard this week.
And yet he probably still has more Gen 5 than you do.
Oh yeah, I'm sure he does. I am sure he does. All right, why is this not loading? I can do it on my phone, but this does not bode well for later.
What's not loading?
My Strike Force game. I was trying to knock out something in real quick, and there's a big update that was just done. I did just update it in the app on the computer, but eh.
All right, there we go. It's going.
I see that. All right, slide you over here. I guess we ready to go then, Joe?
Did you put the? I don't even have the show notes up. Do you have? Did you put those
I got
in?
the show notes. Yep. Only thing I don't have is trivia. Do we have a live notification in our Discord?
No.
All right.
I'm sure there's a bot that already exists that can do that for us, but I have not messed with that yet. Actually, I know there is. There's a, I think it's Me6 can do it. Anyway. Good there, good there, good there. Okay, yeah, people are popping up in chat.
Boom. There we are in Discord. All right. Okay. Cool. So I'm going to hit record here. Checking 1, 2.
Check
Go ahead and
1,
check
2.
for me, Joe.
Check 1, 2.
Yeah, looks like we're about even on the recording, which is what we want.
Okay.
So,
yeah, I'll have to
like to
fly solo on that and figure out the recording next week.
Yeah. Well, I was going to ask you if you wanted me to reach out to Ibbott, or if you wanted to reach out to Ibbott to see if he wanted to come and sit.
Yeah, we can talk to Ibbott and see if he wants to.
We'll hit him up.
Come on.
If he's, I mean, he's super busy, but maybe he'll be. I mean, he said he wanted to come back and guest, but it's all about schedule.
Yep.
So we'll hit him up. We'll hit him up here shortly and see if he'll do that. We were gonna have Terry Wolf on, but he can't be bothered. He's all like, "Oh, I'm in the hospital." Oh, shit. All right.
we had him on.
Yeah. All right. Like to hear it. Here it go. Welcome to Pokemon GO Podcast, where we talk about all the awesome sauce that happens in the game during the week and some of the not so awesome sauce, using the headlines as a springboard to dive into the pool of knowledge that is Joseph Ard. How you doing tonight, Joe?
Doing good. Hopefully, that little bit of clipping that you've got right now will clear up. You just got a
Your
tiny
face
bit.
is clipping. You know what? Ever since you took over on doing the broadcast, all of a sudden my audio is off, but yours is fine. It's all Joe. It's Joe. I'm telling you.
It could be. It might. Maybe it's My wires. Let me move my wires.
hold your mouth differently. It might work that way. Um, so, hey, Jasmine. Well, it's true. Nobody asked. Moving on. My experience of the week is Joe doesn't make me sound good. What's your experience, Joe? No, actually, my experience
Hopefully, you've
is
caught a couple of shadows at least.
I don't know. Actually, I do know. I'm just messing. No, but my real experience is I hit 39 this week.
There you go.
I
Very
wait for
nice.
something from somebody. Like, come on, man. That's a haul and a half for me. And somebody, I think I did put it in our experiences of the week on Discord, which I'll pull from after you share your experience. And I think he were like, well, no, so it would take you like another year or 2 years. Like, no, man, I'm down for 5. I'm down for 5 years. So I am not in a rush to get to 40. But yeah, hit level 39 this week, and it's really, really cool. Got some new shadows. I don't think I have anything special from the shadows. And I did go to community. Well, I let Community Day come to me last week is what I did. I sit right next to a Pokestop for the 2 hours that it launched. That's where I did my Sunday gig. And so I threw on a lure and captured a few things. Nothing major. I didn't get any shinies from it, but I did get enough to evolve. But I had to drive. I had to be home by 2:00 to do a meeting. I'm like, okay, I know there's 2 hours after this thing is done so that I can evolve and get the special move. And I got home and got to my meeting, and I forgot to evolve. So I didn't get the special
failure.
Move. It was a total community day failure. But yeah, it was interesting. It was interesting enough. Let me go to actually, you know what? Let me go to my Pokédex, and I will let you know what shadow I've gotten 5 Unovas, and man, there's not that many in this generation. Looks like.
So I just found a bug live on stream.
Okay.
I wonder if it's because I was trying to name my. I have a Carnivine that's 666. I was trying to name it Devil's Grass. and
you put the ASS in there. You can't do that.
Devil's Grass, and it froze right up on me.
Interesting. We must exercise the demons on your game. So, Nicole says it happens a lot to her when she's renaming things. Well, thank you, Lady Jasmine. She said she saw the announcement. I debated on putting it in to the Discord. But I was like, you know what? We're really getting a lot of good turnaround on this experience of the week in our Discord chat. So I need to share that with our people, the people who want to be patrons and be part of that community. And knowing that we have a much larger audience who wouldn't know until we got to the show. So it worked out really well, and I was very happy to share that. So I caught a Patrat, or probably a bunch of those. Lillipup. I was leaving work the other day, and he was just sitting there staring at me. And I called the pound, and the pound said, we cannot pick up imaginary animals, so you got to capture it. So I did. Purloin's like the first Pokemon I just did not want to capture at all. It popped up on my screen, and I'm staring at it going, just everything about you just says no. I don't know what to tell you, man. I didn't like it. I don't like it, but I caught it. How do you say this? Pidove? Like pigeon dove?
Yeah, Pidove.
Pidove.
Yeah.
Pidove?
Pidove.
Like he's on you?
Yeah. Something like
now, my favorite, my most exciting capture, it looks so cool as far as the captures I've gotten so far. I got a Blitzel.
Oh, nice.
That is, yeah. I don't know about any kind of rarities or any of that. I don't ever pay attention to that. But I just love this lightning zebra look it's got going on. I see the shadow for evolving it into Blitzel Senior, whatever it evolves into. And that looks cool in the shadow as well. So those are my 5. I got 5. What about you, Joe? How's your experience been this week?
It's been really good. I've caught, I don't know, 3 or 4. Well, let's see. I can just look up on my Pokedex. I've caught 5 Unova so far.
Okay.
I think my favorite of the ones I've caught so far is this Drillbur that I'm showing on screen right now.
Yeah, I saw you pop that up in a second ago.
So he's pretty cool. I was in church for half of Community Day, but I did get a couple of the of the shinies, and actually one of my shinies that I ended up with is pretty nice. Um, this Torterra here, 3 stars, so
Nice.
perfect attack stats. It looks like it's 15, 12, 14. So pretty nice. Evolved a couple of Torterras during the event, so I've got some of the community day moves. Um, yeah, I evolved 3 during the event. But yeah, lots of fun. I like seeing new shadows. I haven't hatched any um, regional shinies yet, but I have hatched a few Kangaskhan. Um, did a lucky trade for a Rayquaza. I had a queued up lucky trade with someone at work, and so we were like, "Hey, let's just trade a couple of Rayquazas and see what we get." Um, Mine is the worst possible stats that a lucky trade can be. Oh, nope, not quite. It's 12, 12, 14 instead of 12, 12, 12. I've done several raids. I haven't been able to get a shiny Mewtwo yet. I did 2 Mewtwo raids today. I only half-heartedly tried to catch them. I probably should have tried a bit harder to get the candy. And we're going to talk about it, but Psystrike is actually a very good move right now. So I probably should have tried a bit harder, but yeah, I was only half-heartedly trying to catch them, to be honest. But yeah, anyway, did a couple of raids today. One while I was at the cafeteria eating lunch, so that's part of why I was only half paying attention to my throws. But yeah, good fun, lots of good stuff.
Yeah, man. I love that we have the exact same number of Unova. Um, yeah, I knew I wasn't going to get a whole lot of community day done. Um, and it's amazing how little movement you can have and really make the community day Pokemon come out, because I was literally, because I'm at a table running a broadcast, running cameras, doing the director thing, and so my phone's not moving, and so during that first 2 hours I caught maybe 5 to 10. I already forgot who it was. Turtwigs. And but in the breakdown, when I'm walking around taking the equipment down, and I had my gotcha going at that point, I doubled that number easily in that last 20 minutes I was breaking stuff down. And then in the drive home, I'd let the gotcha play. It again got me maybe another 20 Turtwigs. Like I said, no shinies, but plenty of actual Turtwigs with candy. I actually, I'm a little irritated at myself, going, okay, I really have to make sure I get home on time, because I scheduled this meeting a little too close to my drive home. But I can sit there and I can evolve it. And I sat down and I just got caught up in the conversation, and that was that. I'm so frustrated there. Let's go to the Discord to see what's going on. Justin, who's Grateful Dad, got a shiny Farfetch'd. He finally got a shiny regional, which is a very raw looking bird. He's very pink. I think you need to cook that one a little bit more. Some
Well,
guy
and just
he
wait
thinks
till
he's
it
trying to
evolves.
spam.
They announced Farfetch'd evolved form this past week. Surfetch'd.
Why did it jump me down? I had it set to where we finished the show last week. So I jumped ahead. All right, there's my level 39.
Do you need me to look it up?
No, I got it. It just jumped me down for some reason. So did we get? Yeah, we got all those. Okay, here we go. So Professor Pine got. Can't tell if that's shiny, but he got. I hate when they change the names. What is the Deoxys? He got the Deoxys at 1645. Of course, I hit 39. Popeye got the shiny Turtwig. Traded one from my blue to my red as well, and turned lucky is what it did. Not shiny, turned lucky. I'm sorry. Terry Wolf just keeps spamming pictures of the hospitals. Like, we get it, Terry. You're into nurses. It's we don't need to know. Fine. Do you, all that stuff. And we do want him to get well. But in my way of handling things, I like to rag on people. So that's what I do. I busted a few jokes at Terry's expense this week on my other shows. This guy named Fabian keeps trying to spam like I'm going to actually read his stuff out. You know what, Fabian? You get one, man. But I'm going to make an exception this week, so I'm not going to be here next week. So I'm going to give you all of them. But I'm going to start restricting you, sir. Fabian got a green Mr. Mime. There you go. You get it on the screen there. That's awesome.
Yep.
Dude, that's a nice. You're running the dark mode. That's really nice looking on the phone there. Sock Monkey got a. I've never heard of that one. A Dino?
This is a new one. This is from Unova.
Okay, so he'd already Sock Monkey already
Dino,
got a JK egg.
as in dinosaur.
It says DEI and O. That is not how you pronounce dino, sir. DEI is not die.
Okay.
DIE is die. Well, it might be. You know what? I argue with their pronunciations all the time. I'm just saying. You know what? You and your flexes, Fabian, with your Hundo Grimer and your shiny Meowth. Go away, man. Shiny Alolan Meowth. Holy crap, Fabian. How many freaking things you need to put into our chat, dude? Oh, we get it. You play. You're the new Terry Wolf. Okay. Awesome. Somebody's got to play for Terry since he won't do it himself. He's just gotten lazy. That's all I'm saying. So Fabian got Deoxys. Shift Works. Pulled out. Oh, that's an interesting shiny Zubat. Let's see. Popeye got a Mewtwo, which we're going to talk about those raids, of course, in tonight's show.
And that's a shiny Mewtwo.
I can't tell from my screen.
A 15, 15, 13 shiny Mewtwo.
There you go. And the Shiftworks says his experience will be the Pokemon GO Safari Zone after this week. So, oh man, somebody put a Canadian leaf on it. That was awesome. I know it's a maple leaf, but you know what I mean.
Well, it's in Canada. The Montreal Safari Zone.
Dine. Okay, so Nicole says DEIN would be pronounced Dine in German.
Oh, so it's Dino. Actually, I just Googled it, and it is Dino. Neener.
I'm just saying, if you're going to give me grief, Nicole learned her lesson. You're going to learn your lesson, Joe. You're going to give me grief on the show. I'll be like, no, here's my reasoning. Because in the English language, which I know this is not where this originates from, but in the English language, which I am reading at the time, that is not die. All right. But yeah, no, absolutely. In the Merrick primer, it is actually Dino. That's how it's supposed to be pronounced. So, Neener yourself, sir. We do what we can with what we got. That is all I am saying. What do we got going on? And man, you only came with like 2 headlines this week, Joe. That's very unusual for you. And by 2, I mean he brought 20 freaking headlines to the table, people. Buckle up. We're going to have to speed read.
There's 14.
Yeah.
Only 14. It's okay.
Difference. All right. Let's see. Let's see. Which one do you want to start with first?
Let's go ahead and start with the top one first.
All right. Pokemon Go Gen 5. The reveal image has a massive hint about a potential Chinese release.
Yeah, so for those that don't remember, China doesn't actually have Pokemon Go right now.
Yeah, I actually forgot.
I suspected you did.
Is that the shot there? Is that Hong Kong? No.
It is. No. It's part of China. In front of the Shenzhen Grand Theater.
Shenzhen. Yeah. Okay. Yep. Yes. Because I was like, that's not New York City. Huh. Well, that would be pretty awesome. Because they're hurting for money, so getting that player base would really help this game survive.
Yeah.
Saying.
Well, and the reason why this article keeps mentioning New York City is because Unova the map is loosely based off of New York City. That for those that don't know, and I think I've mentioned it before, but it's been a while. All of Pokemon's maps are loosely based on real-world locations, and they derive a lot of their influence of that particular region from where the map is based off of. So, for instance...
Which is why we have pigeons in the game.
That's part of it. Also, Generation 6, a lot of their influence was France because Generation 6, uh, the Kalos region is loosely based off of Paris.
Like Calais. That would be a thing. And all right, Joe, just nod and keep going. So we think that they might be might be releasing Pokemon Go in China.
Yes, this would seem to hint that they are going to uh, release it in China since the image is a Chinese location.
Man, I really feel bad for the person who made a mistake and thought they were just grabbing a New York City picture.
Oh,
But this
well,
is
and
checks and balances, right? I mean, it's not just one person. Here's a picture, boom, done. I mean, it's got to go through a production team before anything is posted.
yeah, well, and as far as I know, Pokemon Go is still officially banned in China because the Chinese government has deemed it, quote, a threat to geographical information security and a threat to transport and the personal safety of consumers.
Okay, that part is kind of fair
So,
because consumers are known to be dumb and not look out for their own safety.
yeah.
And we've already dealt with a bunch of stories with that throughout the last couple of years. So,
Yeah, so maybe this could hint at it, maybe not. We'll just have to, time will tell. We'll have to wait and see.
I mean, I think everybody who wants to play should get a chance to play. I'm not saying it's fair, blah, blah, force. I'm just saying it'd be nice. Other than that, I mean, I get to play the game if I want to. So I guess the rest of the world doesn't really affect me. But I would love for people who want to play legit, because I know there's people in China playing. They're just having some kind of spoof account or something else like
Oh,
that.
yeah.
But I'd love for people to be able to play legit and get out and enjoy the game that they wanted to enjoy. So hopefully that will work out for them. All right, let's see. We've got Community Day move will replace Return from Purified Pokemon. So what is obviously I don't pay enough attention to the Purified ones. I just don't. What is Return?
So Return is a move in Pokemon Go. Well, it's a move in Pokemon in general. But
Well, I know the move in Pokemon is you can bring them back for free, right? And exchange it out from somebody from your bench. And the trading card game,
something
right?
like that, yeah. Yep. But right now, if you evolve a Shadow Pokemon, it will learn Return. And it will not learn the Community Day move. This happened to Paul Klotz on Community Day, this past Community Day, because he forgot and he evolved a Shadow Pokemon and got Return instead of Turtwig's Frenzy Plant. But Niantic support has specifically mentioned that if you purify a Shadow Pokemon during Community Day, the Return move will get overridden with the Community Day move. So, not that it helps Paul at this time. At least I don't think it does. I think you still have to do it during the.
Okay, let me read this word for word, make sure, because I it seems a little different. I'm going to make sure I'm not missing something. In advance of Community Day featuring Turtwig, so this is obviously last week, keep in mind that Shadow Pokemon cannot learn event-exclusive moves. Purify Shadow Pokemon featured on Community Day before evolving for them to learn. Okay, so you got to purify them, and then they can learn the move. And you don't need to use a TM, the trainer machine, to change Return as a move from purified Pokemon in order to learn exclusive moves. However, the exclusive move will replace Return. But what does Return do in this game? In this specific game?
I honestly don't know. I'm not sure if I have a Pokemon that has Return. Let's find out.
I don't either.
Oh, yeah.
Because
my purified Pokemon have Return.
That soapbox is still a little salty. Yeah, did you wake up breathing today? That's yeah, that's why we call it soapbox.
His purified Torterra is 15, 14, 15. So that would have been a real nice one to have
Yeah.
the community day move on.
And he had a lot to say about Niantic yesterday on Breaking the Panel as we recorded it, so y'all can listen to the episode. It might be out now, because I know I already got the promo materials for it. So it might already be published now, but it is this current week's episode. And yeah, we talk about Niantic and some of the things that we're actually going to talk about tonight with the Mewtwo raid and some other things. So yeah, it's a little salty, and I'm not holding it against him. It's just that is what it is. And thank you, Nicole, for posting up the link. And you're right, Subbox. You did not. I didn't even know about your Torterra until Joe told me. All right, so we've got a summary of the new Unova Pokemon, and we can already get some shinies of them in the wild. That's kind of cool. I'm looking at the eggs here. So do you want to bullet point this? Or you want to just kind of run over it? How do we want to do this, Joseph?
The different Pokemon that are currently available from Unova. So we've already mentioned a bunch of them. So we probably don't need to mention them again, especially since we've already mentioned their shinies as well.
Let's do the egg, the 10K egg, the ones that aren't wild, basically.
Okay. So there's 3 in the raids, one of which does appear in the 10K eggs, which is Clink. But what is also available in the 10K eggs is Pharaoh Seed, Litwick, Golett, and Dino. So the only way to get that Dino was from a 10K egg. I can't remember who in our Discord had that, but pretty awesome there. Blitzel is pretty sweet. I'm actually kind of jealous that you've got Blitzel. He's probably him and Drillbur are probably my favorite out of the ones that are available right now. So there's those, and then actually they've released several new region exclusive Pokemon as well. So in the Western Hemisphere, they've got Heatmore. In the Eastern Hemisphere, they've got Durant, which I would much rather have Heatmore, and we do have Heatmore here. So sorry, Nicole. Yeah, Litwick's pretty sweet.
Yeah.
Sweet. Nicole mentioned Litwick. That's the one that turns into a chandelier.
Yep, and you need the Unova Stone to get the evolution, right? I think I was reading that article.
I think so. We're going to cover what evolves from the Unova Stone and how to get them later on. It's one of our sources. But the 3 different Pan monkeys, so Pansage, Panseer, and Panpour, are regionals. Pansage is the grass one. It pops up in Asia Pacific. Panseer, which is the fire one, is in Europe, the Middle East, Africa, and India. And then Panpour, which is the water one, pops up in the Americas and Greenland.
Yeah, I like that we get Heatmore. I'm good.
Yeah, I like
Panpour looks cool enough, but yeah. Now here's the thing about that, right? Pansage, Panseer, Panpour. The collector is going to drive themselves crazy, right? Because they're spread out across the world.
Yep.
You think, because I know they haven't announced it, well, I believe they haven't announced anything. Do you think we will get the rotational like we did with I think the birds did it, so the three cats did it, right? Where they're in 3 parts of the world for a couple of weeks to a month or whatever, and then they rotated and they rotated again?
Could be. We'll just have to wait and see. They definitely could do that.
Okay. I think that'd be cool, because I know Nicole was saying she needs them all regardless.
Yeah.
So, hey, pause the music is in. If anybody wants to add them as a friend to their friend list, by all means, feel free to throw out your codes there. And if you would like to get more friends, you can go to facebook.com/Pokemon GO Podcast and post your friend code on our page. I believe it's set that anybody can post. If it's not, you can message us. We'll post it for you by all means. And because we're all about helping people out and connecting people if we can.
I lost you. You still there? Hello? Uh-oh. That's not good. What did you do? Okay. You're back.
Yeah. What do you mean I'm back? I never went anywhere. I sat right here.
Whatever you say.
Oh, yeah, mister, I'm wearing Bluetooth headphones, and that's where all my sound for the broadcast comes from, but it's me.
Yep.
I think it's Fabian. Fabian overloaded our Discord, and that took out our audio bandwidth for tonight, Joe. It's always. I would like to do, so now that we're cutting that big section out of the podcast, I would like to do the Halloween one, because that's been catching my eye. I know we got a lot of Unova stuff still to talk about, but this Halloween leak actually has really caught my interest.
Okay.
So let's look at that. And I like this is be skeptical. And this is from
Yeah,
Slash.
I put that be skeptical.
Yeah, I figured you did. Yeah, what do you think, Joe? I mean, it's a long article here. TLDR this thing. What are we thinking is a leak? And what do we think actually will happen?
So the leak in and of itself is a lot of it is just theory, to be honest. But what they think is going to happen is that Yonmask, Kofa Purloin, Liepard, Zorua, and Zoroark are going to be appearing for Halloween. Now, I'll give him this. The Yonmask specifically was tweeted out as an image by at Pokemon Go app, their official Twitter handle. So that wouldn't surprise me. The others, I think they're just grabbing because they're dark Pokemon. And Kofa Grigus, definitely I could see that if we get it beforehand, because it's a sarcophagus Pokemon.
Sure.
And it is a ghost type specifically. And I wouldn't mind the other two. Other four, I guess. It's two different families is what it is. But, yeah. We'll just have to wait and see. I mean, it's a pretty safe... To be honest, it's a pretty safe theory. Even if... it doesn't show... I don't see them sourcing their leak. But as far as a theory goes, it's pretty safe given the past 3 Halloween events that we've gotten. So
yeah. Let's see. I mean, Purloin is the one I was talking about tonight, right? I caught that one already. So that one's already in the game, yeah?
Yes.
I got? Yeah.
Yeah, Purloin is available both in the wild and in 2K eggs. And so that's a very safe bet as well in and of itself.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of surprised that they didn't list some of the other ghost Pokemon that are actually available, like Litwick. But you know, a leak is a leak is a leak.
Unless it's an onion. So only me, but I laughed at my own joke. So screw you guys. Pokemon Go Unova Stones Guide: How to Get the Stones and Get Involved Gen 5. And I think I actually read, if not this exact guide, one very similar, which is rare for me. I don't really read when it comes to Pokemon news, but I actually was reading on how to get the Unova Stones and who to use them on. That's how I knew Litwick needs a Unova Stone. But then I don't remember how to get the Unova Stone. Oh yeah, it's through wait, I got it. It is through the... Oh, stop your noise, you stupid trailer. It is the... I always lose the stupid thing.
Hercules.
Adventure time stuff we do with the little goggles.
Research breakthrough.
Field research. I get it. You know it was only through field research, right?
Yes, you can get it through the breakthrough, the box.
I learned something
It's
this week.
not it's not guaranteed in the box, but you can get it from the box.
What's
That
in the
is
box?
correct. Kidney stones. Kidney stones are in the box.
Oh no.
And so right now, the Pokemon that evolve with a Unova Stone are Lampent, which is Litwick's evolved form, into Chandelure, and then Pansage, Pansear, and Panpour evolve into Semisage, Semisear, and Semipour, respectively.
Yeah. Like semi sear. Like it's only gonna be brown on one side. It's still gonna be okay. Um, they need to do a third evolution of well done sage, well done seer, and well done poor. That's what they need to do. Again, only me tonight. But you know what? That's how I roll on podcasts. I don't need Joe to laugh. Joe doesn't laugh. He's a
Hardy
technician.
har, hardy har.
He just stares at you and talks about his red stapler on his desk.
I don't
That's
have a
okay.
red stapler on my desk, but I do have a blue pen.
Um, what about this one? About Side Strike, which is the exclusive move for Mewtwo in the raids. So I kind of feel bad that we have to have them announce that you can't use a TM on it, but that should have been known, right?
It's fairly easy to assume since it is exclusive through raids, but they've surprised us in the past, so it's nice to have it confirmed.
Okay.
That's all.
So why don't we talk about? That's fine. So yeah, there's a confirmation. Why don't we talk about the Mewtwo raid that got bombed? Right.
Yes, so there was supposed to be a Mewtwo raid. Was it yesterday? I think, and they sent out an announcement saying, "Oops, we messed up. We're gonna reschedule." And is that in our notes, or you just wanted to talk about it?
No, it's not in our notes.
Okay.
I was surprised. First off, I was surprised that we actually got communication from Niantic early in the morning saying, "Hey, there's an issue with Mewtwo raids, and we're going to have to push it to a later date." So I will say kudos on them on some communication, but that's a pretty big thing to happen when they've already been doing 1 hour raids and they've been doing specialty raids. What do we think would have gone wrong with this? I mean, it doesn't seem like it's anything new. I mean, when they launch something new, bugs happen, but this isn't really new, right?
No.
This type of raid.
No, this is not new. I'm kind of surprised that they had an issue. Like you said, they've been doing this for a little while now, but they'll make it up. They'll do it again, hopefully with some actual warning this time.
Open up your game news. I just had something. Maybe it wasn't the game news. Maybe it was.
Yeah, there was only a few days left for Mewtwo.
Yeah, it was game news.
So it's just a reminder saying that he's only available for the next week, basically. Well, until the 23rd, so the next 4 days.
So now, does that mean they fixed it and it is going right now, or is that oh crap, we forgot to turn off our automatic release of news?
Yeah, we'll just have to wait and see, to be honest.
Yeah, because there's the one yesterday. The raid hour will have to be postponed. I don't know. I guess we'll have to see. But if you do get a Mewtwo raid and you do get Side Strike, it's the thing to take into in psychic battles, yeah?
Yes. Side Strike is basically the go-to psychic move for Mewtwo right now. It is better in all situations, so unless they nerf it, you want Side Strike. Period.
Yeah, see that the time to win is shorter. Death is lower. Percentage win. Well, I love the percentage win on Mewtwo is 100% all the way down to Confusion Ice Beam. Then it's only 99%. So you don't win that one. You only win 99% of the time.
Well, so
Yeah.
I don't know what that's actually representing, but Ice Beam is actually fairly good on Mewtwo, just because that he is, by virtue of his attack stat being so high, him with Ice Beam makes him one of the best ice attackers in the game. Like within the top 5, he's not the best, but it's pretty high up there.
Yeah. So I know a bunch of people want to do it, and I agree with you. I know that Niantic will indeed bring it back at a later date. They'll basically make it right. But I don't know if I agree fully with Fabian, but it was when it popped up, I went, ooh, that's just, and I can see it from a corporate standpoint. I can see what happened is you have different teams working on different things. So typically you'll have a communications department of 1 to 3 people, usually an artist, right, to do all the graphics, and somebody to write up the blurbs, and maybe another person to help. Even in the larger corporations, you'll have that small of a department, and their job is to put out the Twitter posts that are promotional, to put out the news, and they scheduled these things. So they knew this was coming up. They had probably had this stuff done 2 weeks ago and scheduled. So when the virtual fire broke out yesterday morning, going, oh crap, this isn't working, the team that knew about that was working on it is separate from the promotions team. And the promotions team is working on what's coming in the next week or 2 weeks or 3 weeks already. They're working ahead. So somebody it just got missed probably in the little memos and emails that went back and forth of, hey, turn off any automatic things that go out about this event until we fix it. So I definitely don't think it was intentional, but it is when on top of when you're trying to put out a fire and then you inadvertently pour gasoline all over it, it's just bad form, and it does suck for the players. And sorry, everybody. Let's see. Where do we want to go? Let's go ahead and do this update. Thing for a graphic by a wonderful one. Also not me. I can see why you would confuse that with me.
Oh yes, very confusing. So confused right now. So it mentions, first off, the Montreal Safari Zone event, which is happening tomorrow, September 20th. And well, it's starting tomorrow. Rather, it's ending.
I'm just saying, Barry Falk is getting close to the wire and getting me my tickets to fly up there. But I'm just waiting. I'm waiting on my email, Barry.
I think he's a little busy being in Europe catching some region-specific Pokemon.
And
just saying, he's a little busy. So that is happening this weekend. There's also a new Taipei City Safari Zone event happening October 7th until this. Wait, this infographic looks a little weird because it says October 3rd, but then if you look down, it says 7 p.m. Haha, reading so hard. So it starts October 3rd, ends October 6th. And well, I guess we should mention the Montreal Safari Zone is going to have increased spawns for Yanma, and Yanma's going to have its shiny released. A reminder for those that have forgotten, you need Sinnoh Stones to evolve Yanma. It's assumed that Yanma's shiny will be released globally, but we'll have to wait and see. Now back to New Taipei, it is going to feature specifically increased water, bug, and grass type Pokemon, with Scyther and Combee specifically being increased. And it is an open event, so everyone's allowed to go in and play and have fun. The Safari Zone, it doesn't specify that it's an open event, so I'm assuming it is not. Shiftworks, you're our Canadian friend, our friend from the north. Is the Montreal Safari Zone open to everybody, or did you have to specifically register for it? Yeah, they had to buy tickets.
Yeah, I thought so. I thought I saw it in the events because I inadvertently click on the events from time to time instead of news, and so I see the tickets that are available. Blah blah. But yeah,
Yeah.
so you can buy the tickets. Which makes sense. Even the free event that was in Japan, you still had to get tickets for.
Yeah, yeah, in order to gain access to the event itself.
Yes. Which is fair. It's just a way to really manage the tech of it all and make it work. But yeah, we might now. Are they only going to get these in Canada, or are we
In
possibly going to get
Canada?
some shiny Yanma? Just this is globally.
It's
Globally.
expected to be released globally, yes.
Yes. Yeah, you're right. It's not Canada, it's Canarnia. I forget
Canarnia?
that it's up there, yeah.
In order to
Yeah.
get in and out, you got to walk through a wardrobe.
That's right. And it's really cold and there's talking goats. So it's Canarnia. Then, of course, as you were talking about New Taipei.
But it's okay. When that goat takes off its horns, it becomes Professor Xavier.
But unfortunately, it can't walk anymore.
Well, it's kind of hard to walk after you remove your hooves.
That's true. Now, the Taipei City event, interestingly enough, is open to everybody, it says.
Yes.
No, but it's also not getting special releases, just increased water bug and grass type with Scyther and Combi. So that is interesting. I'm just curious always how you pick. These are ticketed events and this is an open event, perhaps because they don't believe a lot of people will be attending that one. I don't know why you wouldn't need tickets for that and you need tickets for everything else.
Well, it could be the vendors that they're working. Well, the cities rather that they're working with.
Yeah.
Stipulations, crowd control.
Yeah. We know with Chicago, there are certain rules on their website that they have never enforced, and that's because they have to put the rules up there because that's part of the getting the permit to put on a festival of that size in that city. Is you have to require this, no chairs, no blah blah, invisible bags, all that jazz.
Which they got rid of that stipulation. The clear backpacks, but like a couple of days beforehand.
Yeah, they must have changed how they phrased it to the city, because because everything you have to check, everything you have to put a ban on, that means you've got to put people in place to stop that, and that's resources if nothing else. So it's probably just the way they phrase it. How long is this Eevee going to be in the boxes?
For
September/October research breakthrough ends November 1st. No,
because everyone knows how much you love it.
I hate it. You need to watch. Well, no, you might not need to, but other people could watch Letterkenny and get that. Oh my god, man!
I've seen way too many commercials for that. It doesn't look like my cup of tea.
I don't know. I think you'd
not
like
that I drink tea anyway, but
all right, Kermit. Weekly dinner rate hours from 6 to 7. Of course, the 18th was supposed to be Mewtwo, and it's not.
Yep.
But September 25th is still to be announced. So, are we guessing that they're just going to put Mewtwo on the 25th?
I would assume so, but yeah, we'll just have to wait and see.
I'm pulling a Joe in the chat room real quick.
No.
You banana.
Banana.
So, man, I don't want any more Eevees with flowers. I don't even want the shiny Eevee now. Just,
Charles doesn't like flower children. I needed more Mountain Dew before this recording.
This is brought to you by 5 Hour Energy. All right, so some new unannounced shinies, perhaps. I always say perhaps because they're unannounced. Supposedly 5 great curveball throws in a row will get you spending number 3 shiny. and battle another trainer will get you possibly get you an electric shiny. So, uh, mm, I don't
What's
know, man.
electric? Boogie woogie woogie.
All right, the rest of the graphic, you guys can to go through
Well,
this
real
if you know
quick,
and stuff.
actually, the
All right.
October Community Day, there's not a whole lot on the actual graphic, but they did announce today that the Community Day for October 12th will be Trapinch.
Yes, I did see that. I don't believe I have the evolution of Trapinch as of yet.
You don't have Flygon?
I don't know. I might. I don't know. I'm gonna check. The name is familiar, but you say a lot of things, so words stick in my brain anyway. Don't always know what they mean, but they do stick. No, I'm looking at your screen. I'm pretty sure I do not have Egon over there.
Econ.
Actually, it looks like Baxter meets Pokemon. Baxter from Teenage Mutant Ninja
Oh, yeah.
Turtles.
Okay.
To me, so that'd be Sinnoh region, right? Where are you, Trapinch?
It's a trap.
I'm pretty sure I don't. It's a trap by inches. Crap. On my Pokédex, I'm having a hard time finding him.
Well,
Is
already
he not
then.
Sinnoh region? Is
Maybe
he?
not. Maybe he's further back. There he is. Nope. Yeah, he is further back. He's
Okay,
hoeing.
so I
He's
got
next to
Vibrava.
Spinda.
So I think what happened was I did a mass clearing and accidentally got rid of my Vibrava when I didn't mean to.
You know what?
And
That sounds familiar.
yeah, I think I went through like, no! Did one of those accidental Ibbott clears. So, no, I don't have it yet, Flygon. But, oh, well, you would think Trapinch would turn into more of a metal or monster-esque, at least, Pokemon. That's like which one turns into the Macy Day Parade? Was it one of? It's not one of the starters. It's not Charizard. What's the big dinosaur that's goofy as crap? Come on,
Dragonite?
Dragonite. Yes. Where's monster? Better monster. Macy Day Parade. So that's kind of what Flygon is like. Trapinch. Okay, you went from this monster to a mosquito. Sure, but now you're the weakest of the dragons? I don't understand. But it's all right. It's all good. I'm sure somebody's getting mad at me because that's like their favorite. I'm not trying to diss on your favorite. I just don't understand their art style progression sometimes.
Charles just doesn't understand.
Nope, I don't. Will Smith wrote a song about me. So good news, trainers. Starting now until the end of the Ultra bonus, you can have a chance of getting 2K eggs, or I'm sorry, 2 eggs, not 2. I inserted K. It's not there. Getting 2 eggs from gifts that you open. But that's if you only have the spots open, right?
Correct.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool if you have the spots open. Getting double the eggs, I think is cool because 7Ks have added new things to the 7Ks that you can get. So,
And they have the shiny regionals.
yeah, which I have not gotten any of the shiny regionals, but I also walk very slowly for myself. I got 7K going now, I believe. I really wish that I could just get rid of some of my 2Ks. Just cook them on a fire, trade them in at the farmer's market, something, you know. Yeah. So, but talking about Trapinch, right? Community Day is coming, and you've got this great graphic up here that does the shiny comparisons, and I love when they make it easy. So it goes from that brown, he looks cute, but he can bite your hand off character to he did bite your hand off, and it made him sick, and now he's going to puke character because he's that favorite green of Joe's, puke green. I guess it should be more family friendly. It'd be seasick green.
Yeah, he definitely does look seasick because he's got a little bit. He's a little bit more blue than green. But you okay?
Sorry, I just realized something.
What did you realize?
Just carry on.
Is it the end of the world? Carry on
As we know it.
wayward son. All right. So yeah.
No, I sing on the show, not you.
All right, my bad.
So the
I went
mosquito
all
turned brown.
supernatural on you. Yeah, the mosquito
Yeah.
turned brown, and then he goes back to the blue accents, blue, and he still continue has the yellowish accents from the previous Vibrava, but all in all, it's an okay shiny. It's not horrible.
Yeah, I actually like the original Fly Trap, Fly Gone, whatever his name is. I like his coloration a little better than the shiny, but I do like the shiny Trapinch, so I'm probably not going to evolve him. If I get him, I'll probably just keep him that way.
You'll keep him forever.
And ever and ever.
But
Until
then
he
you won't
goes
get
off to the
the
ranch.
special community day move.
Eh.
Eh.
I don't really. I
That
literally
is Charles's opinion about the whole game. Eh.
kinda. I mean, my
Something new
favorite thing
comes
is what's
out.
going
Eh.
on. No, I love shadows. I love the shadows. I love what we do in the shadows. It is fun. But that's about all I really like about the game. PvP is, I just even if I beat somebody, I'm like, okay, I won. All right, raids are a lot of work, and I just don't have time for that in my life to care enough about it. And the gems just don't turn over enough coins for me to care. And that's just me. I mean, if you do it, more power to you. Have fun with it. But yeah, if I don't, if okay, Joe, if I play Community Day, which I do like to do, actually, that's my second favorite. I like first favorite is Shadows. Go and find all the new shadows. Second favorite is when the weather's not trying to kill me. I will go out and do Community Day, and in October it's going to be hopefully fantastic weather, and I'll take the kids out to the park and or downtown Covington, one of the two, and we'll walk around in beautiful fall weather, and we'll have fun catching things. And the kids, I mean, those days are great for the kids because there's so many extra spawns that they're just constantly catching stuff on the other two accounts. One's my wife's, one's my daughter's, and they're just constantly catching stuff, and they love it. So I do that, but if I get a shiny, I'm not going to evolve the shiny, but I'll get a bajillion of the regular, and I can evolve that one, Joe. Yes, he nods on a podcast. So we're gonna move on.
I mean, you do you. Everyone plays their own version of the game.
Exactly. Executioner. So this is the discussion that, let me see who put this in. Originally, Self Road somebody put it on Self Road. So let me click that link. No, that is the wrong link. That somehow, even though I copied this straight over, did I not click on the correct link here? Hold on. I wanted to go to this. Okay, I clicked on the wrong thing. So Frozen Skin on Self Road on Reddit put in that they're afraid and concerned about Arceus and Kelsion. And the short version is, how is this game going to handle them? I don't obviously know anything about these two characters, Joe. What is the concern? Why would we be concerned about it?
So the issue here is that Arceus. So I don't. Do you know much about Arceus at all? We lost you again, Charles. What are you doing? You know nothing about Arceus, Charles. Nothing.
No, I told you that. I was looking it up in my primer for a kid.
All right. So with Arceus, the issue with Arceus is in the game he can hold one of 18 items, depending on the items that you hold, because it's an item that corresponds to every type in the game. So you can hold any item in the game. Okay. Yeah, he is. He's considered the creator of all the Pokemon. But you can hold any item. It corresponds to the different types in the game, and his type. So if he's not holding anything, he's normal. Based on what plate he is holding, changes what type of Pokemon he is. So he's a bit of a gimmick. And so how are they going to handle that when we don't have held items right now? Are they going to finally add items to the game for Pokemon to hold? We'll just have to wait and see, or yeah, we'll just have. So that in and of itself is tough. Are they gonna just make different Arceus? Are we gonna have to collect one for each type? Similar to cast form, where they just basically put in different types of cast form in to catch. Well, Spinda is like that in the main series games as well, where there's different um, the different patterns. But then with Kecleon, which we had Kecleon sort of for about an hour in, I think it was New Zealand. And Kecleon is a chameleon. He was spawning for a little while, but turned every time you caught him, if you had the chance to catch him, he turned into a Ditto. That was back when Meltan was popping up for a little bit before Meltan was officially in the game. But with Kecleon, you can also have 18 different Kecleon, similar to how Spinda has a whole bunch of different models as well. So it'll be interesting to see how they end up implementing this and how they go with it. So Kecleon they will probably do similar to Spinda, to be honest. But Arceus, I hope we don't have to catch 18 different Arceus if you want all of them, because that would ruin it. So you have 15 unknowns. That's all you have. Okay, you have 15 different or just 15 total? Okay. Can you? UNOWN. Yes. Yes, they are. Oh. Apparently the stream cannot hear you. I can hear you.
Stuff over at PokemonGoPodcast.com, and they email us at show@PokemonGoPodcast.com and say good stuff. So,
Lady Jasmine says they were enjoying the piece.
Whatever, Lady J. Best Pokemon game in the game, version 8, includes all 5 generations. But this is, of course, in the Pokemon Go specifically. So it's Mewtwo. Oh, and it's Litwick, or the evolution, Chandelabra, whatever.
Chandelure.
Yeah, that. And Glaceon on crack, who turned into a dragon. I cannot remember that name at all.
Kyurem B, Kyurem B. I don't know how to pronounce it.
Sure, we'll go with that. But that's a 3 in the image here. Oh, that's just opening image. Holy crap! We gotta flip through a side. You photobombed me with a slideshow, Joe. What are you? Some kind of rag on the internet? Like, here's clickbait.
Have
Now
you
flip through 5,000 slides.
have you not? We've shown a version of this in the past.
Yeah, I don't
The,
click through them. I don't click through them. Actually, I thought what we
oh
had in the past
man.
was actually this is a little more manageable. This is manageable, but I thought in the past we had those big ones where you just scroll down to all the sections. But either way,
Yeah, so this
here's a bunch
one
of great.
it
They
breaks it
say all
up.
the Pokemon are good. Holy crap!
No, it doesn't.
Yes,
So
it
it
does.
says these are great for non-legendaries, and these are great for legendaries, and then it breaks it up into specific types. So it breaks it up to all the different types, who are the best Pokemon, and it includes Generation 5. So those are all included on here as well. Um, but yeah, the ones to look out for specifically from Generation 5 is Conkeldurr. We mentioned him last week as being able to overtake Machamp for the top fighting Pokemon. And then Exadrill is awesome. I have the little form, Drillbur. So if you find a Drillbur, grab it. Exadrill is a ground steel type
He's
Pokemon.
also a rapper from the '80s from his post.
Oh, okay. Apparently. Whatever you say. I don't know who you're referencing.
No, he just looks like he's like, yo, man. He looks like maybe early '90s. Look at the. Oh, okay, I'm sorry, you don't have that pose. Look at the pose, Joe. Oh, there goes mine. And you can see
Oh.
it on the stream if you go to twitch.tv/Pokemon GO Podcast. See? Now you understand why I say he looks like a rapper from the '80s.
It's whatever you say. And then Volcarona, you'll want to grab. It is a bug fire type Pokemon, but it will be one of the best bug type attackers in the game when it pops out, and it evolves from Larvesta. Not currently in the game, and neither is Conkeldurr or its evolutions. But those are the ones specifically to look out for Generation 5 when they're added.
So, and it's probably gonna be a slow roll, like it's been for a generation or so, which is good. Um, Gives us time to catch all the different shadows that are out and things that go on. And this last headline really is covering everything we've already talked about, right? About we've got Unova region Pokemon and all, or is there something
Yeah,
new?
yeah. No, this is just the official announcement about the Unova Pokemon, and we already talked about the image on here being a reference to China, so we're hoping that it gets released. And we've talked about the different Pokemon that are popping up in eggs and that are popping out in the wild. So, yep.
Yeah. Sorry. Um, well, good. We have got some stuff to talk about right now. Man, I'm exhausted. That is a lot of headlines. Well, there's a lot to cover this week. It. We go from a week of there's like two things to talk about, and we fill the space to holy crap. I just feel like we ran a marathon there. So, you know what to do. If you're on twitch.tv/Pokemon Go Podcast, you can like, subscribe, throw bits, all that stuff. You got free subs. It's September, so you get subs for half price. And of course, Twitch Prime and Amazon Prime gives you subs to give away. We'd love to have you support the show. If you're on the podcast, or if you just prefer to use patreon.com/Pokemon Go Podcast, you will get to be able to pledge to the show. It comes out once a month. And you get Discord and some other awesome things going on there. So we'd love your support. And along those lines, we've got a new supporter this week, Joe.
Yep.
I don't
You
know what his
could.
Discord name is. Okay.
I'm not sure if I've seen him in Discord, but it is the God of Beauty, Adonis.
Adonis, yes.
So,
Yes. The
thank
most
you so
beautiful.
much for being our newest patron.
Yeah, we like that a lot. You're very, very cool. And what time is it, Joe?
It is time for random trivia. And this week I wanted to talk about Blitzel and its evolution Zebstrika. Blitzel is the electrified Pokemon, while Zebstrika is the Thunderbolt Pokemon. These are based off of zebras, and the zigzag pattern has inspired them to make them electric. Boogie woogie woogie. Its main shines. This is for Blitzel. Its Pokedex entry talks about its main shining when it discharges the electricity that has built up. And it actually uses the flashing on its mains to communicate with other Blitzel and Zebstrika. So it's able to signal each other. Its shiny is not available, but I do quite like it. It changes from being black and white to being blue and white.
Nice.
So that's pretty neat in and of itself. Like I said, it's based off of a zebra, and the name Blitzel comes from Blitz, which is German for lightning, and the ul at the end. People are suggesting that that comes from little, denoting that it is a small little zebra foal. The Zebstrika, its Pokedex entry, talks about it being fast, running with the sound of thunder as its hooves beat on the ground. So apparently it is super quick. And its shiny form, again, not available, is purple with blue accents and still the white striping. So that one looks pretty sweet as well.
Yeah.
As the Thunderbolt Pokemon, it actually shares that with Electivire. They are both the Thunderbolt Pokemon. They reuse those categories all the time. But yep. Zebstrika, like its predecessor, is based off of a zebra, but this time it's a full-grown zebra. Probably based on Helios's steeds that pulled its chariot. The steeds were Bront and Stirrup, which are Greek for thunder and lightning.
That's cool.
Yeah. Zebstrika comes from zebra and strike. And so, yeah, pretty sweet. I thoroughly enjoy it's one of my favorite Gen 5 Pokemon. You know, I've mentioned before that a lot of the Gen 5 Pokemon, as far as their aesthetics, are kind of lackluster in my opinion, which that might offend somebody because this might be their favorite generation or whatnot. But as far as Blitzel and Zebstrika, I love their design. It's pretty sweet.
Yeah, I do too. I think it looks really awesome as well. And that's I'd scroll down to put in a note at the bottom here, and notice you hadn't gotten random trivia. It's like, you know what? While he's talking, maybe I'll go get him random trivia. And I was gonna pick Blitzel. I was gonna get Blitzel. So that's why I was scrolling. I was like, oh, look at that. Yeah, Blitzel. Yes, Nathan. I heard the same thing. Nathan did the Bohemian Rhapsody response. I heard that in my head just as well, man. All right. So we are running short on time. I did do some text messaging during the show, and Brian Ibbott will come in and be with you next week, Joe.
Oh, sweet. Brian.
Yeah. And at first he didn't realize I wasn't going to be here, so we're both like, oh, man, going to miss each other. But, yeah, he's going to come fill in for me next week and ride with you. So you know how to contact him. You can figure out how you want to connect that. So, everybody, Brian Ibbott will be back. It'll be fun.
Woot woot.
So, anything else to throw out before we get out of here, Joe?
Nope, I think that's it.
All right. Well, if you would like to have your words read on the show at PokemonGoPodcast.com. You want to hear your voice, as we love to have you do, PokemonGoPodcast.com has a little tab on the right-hand side. It says, hey, leave your voicemail. It's a speak pipe. Any device that touches internet that has a microphone, and you can leave your message 90 seconds or more, or less, rather. It's a minute and a half. And you can leave a pretty good message. We'll play on the show. Our Reddit page is r/Pokemon Go Podcast. You can see all the headlines as Joe puts them in. You can throw in your own headlines. There's people who've done some character reviews in the past. There's people who do graphics and this kind of thing. So anything you want to throw up there, Pokemon related, go ahead and do that. PG-13. I want to be specific there. Facebook, you can help build your own community and get some friends over at facebook.com/Pokemon Go Podcast. Twitter's at Pokemon Go Pod. Twitch is Thursday nights, 8 p.m. Eastern. Twitch.tv/Pokemon Go Podcast is how we record live in front of our internet audience. And you can watch the video on demand. It also goes over to YouTube, and we still need you to help subscribe to that channel, Giant Size Team Up, over on YouTube, so that we can get our name there. But you can find the videos after the fact on YouTube as well. Tiny.cc/GSTU. That's where our merchandise is. That's capital G, capital S, capital T, capital U. It is where you can get merchandise. And there's a sale going on this weekend. I think we're through the end of the month or something. And, I'm in Discord. I can pull up real quick where Tony said it is until Sunday. So through Sunday, the 22nd, we're having a sale at this TeePublic. So go check that out. And Joe, where can they find you on the web?
You can find me at Joseph_Ard.
And you can find me at Rock Out of Pod on Twitter and Rock Out of Podcasting everywhere else across the board. We are proud members of the Giant Size Team Up Network. GSTU.net is where you can find our show and every other show on the network. It's a lot of fun. Come check us out. And if you have a show you think fits in with this family, you can apply to be a part of that network as well over at GSTU.net. Till next week, tune in to hear Joe say.
Do you think the mane on Zebstrika is pokey? Like if I try to sit on him, would it hurt, or could I ride it? Because I know with Rapidash, the fire actually doesn't hurt people that it's friendly with, so that you can ride on it. So makes me wonder.
And this is Joe without Mountain Dew.
We're getting real mellow, people.
All right. So there's the podcast. Joe, tell them what to do about the voting for the show title.
All right. It just got linked by Nicole. Go in and you can vote on whichever title you want. So we've got Neener Yourself. We've got Charles is Mr. Mime from Nicole0991. Shiftworks has Charles Dad Jokes Fail.
I'm not voting for any of these.
We have Charles Just Doesn't Understand. We have... Oh, that one shifted. I'm blue. If I were green, I would fly. From Nicole, we have A. We have Get Nicole 0991 on the payroll from Nathan Epp. And I think I covered them all. They kept flipping. Nope. We have one from GSTU Media. No, your face is technical issues, Nathan.
And that one is actually right underneath Charles causing technical difficulties once again.
All right, I'm going to try something to see if I can fix this.
All right, we've got about 2 minutes left on the render, which means that's how much time you have to vote. And right now, at 4 votes, I'm blue. If I were green, I would fly, is Nathan's. And Nicole at 2 votes is eh. And, Nicole is very expensive to get on the payroll. We're going to have to hit some really big milestones with subscriptions and Patreon pledges. If we can't afford her. I mean, that's just the bottom line. We can't afford that level of talent. So, we feed her by giving her some lucky trades. And, she's really the professor. So anytime that Joe and I are sending up our Pokemon to the professor, just all that candy is going to her. That's how we keep her going. So, let me see what my chat room is doing.
Okay.
Oh, wait a minute, me, Nicole. We're trying to raise money for the network. You're like, no.
I wonder if I'm all choppy now.
It's not how advertising works, Nicole. But that's all right. So Lady Jasmine's favorite is Rapidash, and I'm not sure if anybody can hear me on the stream. I'm gonna keep on talking. And
I think they can hear you.
let's see, we're still at 4 votes for Nathan EPs. If I'm blue, if I were green, I would fly. And then okay, good, you can hear me. So
you're still choppy.
Oh man, still clippy though. Well, Joe's working on something on his end. Because this just for your reference, Nicole.
What sample rate? What sample rate is your mic? You can't hear me.
Nope, I can't hear you. I see your mouth saying, "Can you not hear me?" I saw your tongue do a
Can you hear me now?
thing. Yeah, yes, I can. But Phil and I used Discord to do the stream on Monday all day, and there's something. Oh, last FTH. I handled the stream and it was crystal clear. So there's obviously some kind of something off.
Your microphone. What's your bit rate that you have set for your microphone?
It's 44,100.
44.1. Okay, I'm gonna make sure all of my input and output is set to 44.1. See if we can.
Now that might work, and it might not matter until OBS resets. All right, your time is up though. And it looks like if I'm blue, if I were green, I would fly. But Nathan,
so I'm hearing you choppy. That's why OBS is hearing you choppy.
Well, it might need a Discord reset after you reset all the stuff. I don't know. I just know that because I do so many different connections with people and broadcasts, that this is the only time we have an issue. So yeah, it's something between my settings and your settings that are not liking each other. That is definitely a thing. And it could be on my side. It could be on your. I don't know, but we need to make some time maybe this weekend, Joe, to get together when we're not doing the show and work on this. But as of right now, I need to take off and get ready for another show. So I'm going to be moving over to twitch.tv/FTH Beyond with Kurt Booten.
Okay.
To do that show. So thanks everybody for coming out, and I'll see you in 2 weeks, and you'll get to enjoy the wonderful Brian Ibbott next week.
All right, and I'm not clippy, right, guys? Just making sure that I didn't make myself clippy.
Yeah, I hear you crystal clear.
Oh yeah, because I adjusted my own stuff as well.
Yeah.
So, but looks like Charles left. Boom, boom. All right, well, all right, everybody. Thank you for coming, and have a great day.